And here we are. See, wardrobe. Whatever I had yesterday passed. So thank Christ for that. No issues there. So we're going to start off with the turn 7. And let's jump right into this. We'll start off with a... Oh, wait. Whatever I had yesterday passed. Let me turn that off. A little echo in the house. All right. So for weather conditions, we have a 5. Which means for the first time in 7 turns, we're going to have clear weather. Now, that's really going to suck for the Axis because definitely going to, well, it's definitely going to hurt their resupply. So we have a 1 supply point for the Germans, which I'm thinking of giving to, again, 7th Army. This will give them 3 artillery. I think Sherbrooke's going to be a lost cause. So just so we have a general concept of what's going on here. All right, so looking at the Sherbrooke Peninsula, looks like the Americans are going to be ready to take this French town, and then they'll be able to cut off the peninsula. Now, I'm thinking that this guy here, instead of going to Carentan, I probably should have moved him further to the west and just start building up a set of Zoc bonds so that I can cut off the peninsula, and that'll basically get them out of play. And now my second push is going to be these units here. Various units. We got Combat Command Bravo and 2nd Division. We're going to be pushing south. We're going to try to deal with St. Lo and then cut off the Germans from basically St. Lo and south. And then in the Commonwealth sector, we're looking at a pretty good number of troops for the Commonwealth. However, 12th SS is in the play, and we're going to be getting some more German reinforcements as well. So this is going to be interesting to push into Con, but I do have at least one unit that's very close. I can maybe even take this one here on the next turn. We'll have to see, as long as I can have enough supporting elements to take on the rest of the Germans, or at least occupy them as long as possible. All right, so back to the die roll. So we did roll a 5, which means we have clear weather. And we're going to get 1 supply point for the Germans, which again, I think I'm going to give it to the 7th Army. They never used any last turn. So that means I do have 3 supply points to use. In addition, we also get 1 infantry replacement. Must be used on a 0 or a -1 TQ. Now, I'm not sure where to put that. I do have a German cadre down here in Con. I'm thinking I could probably use that, but it is a +1, so I guess not. What else we got here on the front lines? They can't be in contact, so it has to be a rear unit. All right, so I got nothing on that side. I do have another +1 here. Nothing on these guys here. So we're back to Sherbrooke. I guess I could use it on, and it can't be, I believe it cannot be disrupted. I'll have to confirm that. All right, let's look, shall we? Yeah, it cannot be disrupted and must be in supply. Which pretty well means I'm not going to be able to use my 1 replenishment because I don't think I have any. Everything else is either in contact or it's disrupted. Oh, wait, I do over here. So I do have a 2-step unit that's on its last step. So I could, let me flip them over. We'll put a replen on them. And that'll be my 1 unit that replens, a little bit out of the way, but it is a 0 quality, which is not the greatest to have. All right, we also have for the Americans, we have once, oh yeah, and the Mulberries are in play. So they started their construction. Can we get that in? Here we are. They started their construction back on June 2nd. So it looks like we do have both mulberries. Where does American mulberry go? They have a spot for the British mulberry, but they don't have a spot for the American mulberry that I can see. Where do they come in? All right, so it actually goes on either Omaha Beach X. So let's put it on. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go Charlie Dog. We have to remember we do have an American and a British deployment line, which they can't really cross over except for one hex. So I'm just going to put it on to Dog Beach, which means that they're going to each get 2 supply points. So Second Army has 2, and the First Army has another 2, of which they've only used 1 before. So they're actually going to have 3 this time. So it looks like we'll have 3 and 2. In terms of replacements, the British have 1 infantry and 1 armor. So they have 1 armor, and we'll use in the British one, not the Canadians, and 1 infantry, as well as the British, or sorry, the British only have an infantry, no armor. Americans have infantry and an armor. All right, so 1 each. We get 2 air units and both the naval units as well. All right, so who do I want to use the US replacements on? I do have a unit back here that's on 1 step. I think that's a good spot for 1. And I do have an armored unit, but it's in contact, so I can't do that. Oh, here's another one. I should have realized that. I should have pulled them back. Right now they're in contact, so I'm not able to do any replacements. All right, so I will be able to keep the 1 replenishment armored point in the track record, and I'll just have to remember next turn or this turn, make sure I have 1 armored unit that's moved away. So in terms of the British, now I do have some forward elements here from 50th Division, as well as the 8th Armored as well. So I could use both on here. That just means that they're not going to be able to attack. However, I do have some German units that are in play. So I think front line is probably not the best spot. I can't do you. I do have an armored on the beach, which I actually only get infantry anyway. So it looks like it's going to have to be you. Although I could do 1 of the infantry and leave the other 2. I think we'll do that. So you're going to be, I'm going to flip you over now. Before I forget, we'll mark you with a replen. And then we'll have 2 stepped units on top of that. All right, so that is it for replacements. We do have the one American one still in play. We have 3 supply points for the US, 2 for the British, and then we have 7th Army having 3 supply points as well. Let's start over here on the west. All right, so now we do the German replacements and the movement points. So we get on turn 7, looks like we get a lot of units coming in through the green sector. All right, so how am I going to set this up? 2 8-5s. We have an armored silhouette and we have a 3. So if I do you guys, that'll be 1 stack. A 5-3 will be 4. No silhouette. And then 2. And then 1. So we'll send the Fallschirmjäger in as well. And we'll just have to send him in 2 stacks. All right. So what do we want to do with the Germans? Now, I'm realizing I probably should have saved a supply point for Cherbourg after all, because I do have a stack of units. What would that be? -1s versus a +1. 8, 10. This would be 11 versus 11. So 1-to-1 odds. Artillery shift, armored shift, and then I lose one. No, armored shift is gone. Artillery shift will be canceled out by the troop qualities, so it's going to be a 1-to-1. Probably not the best. I think I'm fine in the city. I do occupy this, which gives me an extra +4 to my defense. So I think I'll let the Americans come to me. Up here in this location, up here we do have 14 units from Combat Command. I don't think I can attack, and that's only a defense unit. So what if I move everybody into this location? Disrupted units are going to have to stay here and endure. I actually dropped the camera on this cluster F, so I'm not sure it's in the best locations. And I had 1 unit up here, which I still have to bring in. 1, 2. You could act like a little bit of a buffer between this disrupted unit. If we're looking at Carentan, I'm really not sure what to do. I could attack this airborne unit, or I could move into the swamp and attack there. But first of all, it's across the river, which sucks. So I think I'm going to attack this unit here. Now, I don't have any artillery that's in range. This would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do not have artillery that's in range. Again, that's a miscalculation. I should have used a supply point for Cherbourg. I could have used that to blast these guys. So it looks like I'm going to go infantry only. This will be my main assault force. So we're going to have 9 and 3. So that'll be 12 to 4. He will get a +3 for bocage. So that'll put him up to 7. 12 to 7 is going to be a 1-to-1. Troop quality wise, it doesn't matter. It cancels. And we have no armor. So I'm going to do a 1-to-1 versus the American. And so we'll move these guys like this for now. And then we'll deal with Saint Lo. How do I do this? We have 1 stepped unit and 2 that are unscathed, including Fav Ranger as well. 9, 10. In a town, so it's going to give them 4 extra points, so they're going to be at a 14. I cannot attack with my Stugs because there'll be more defense, and I only have 9 as well. Not in a town. I am a bocage. I will have 12, which means we're going to be evenly matched 1-to-1 when it comes to their assault. Um, what to do? So these guys here, we have 10, 13. In bocage will be a total of 16. Here we have 1, that would be 3, plus a free silhouette for stacking. So I could add one of you in. That would give me 11, 15. 15 to 16. If I move you guys to here, let's move you like that. You'd be like that. And if I have a tank, I don't. I am in a truck though. So that's going to be 2 stacking points. Give me another 2. So that'll be 17. Not going to be worthwhile to do it. However, I do have an armored shift, which I'll be able to use. So I'm going to move him into St. Lo. You're going to... That would be 1, 2, 3 with the Zoc. And I'll get rid of the truck. I'm going to use that for something else. So let's bring on the Germans from the flank. 5, 6, and a 5. Now, if I need to get to here, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously cannot do that. I could use strat movement. Bring them in closer. Oh, wait, I got these guys here. Now, if I bring you over here, that'll help with... I don't need the armor shift, right? Or he's a 3. My armor is better, but... okay, let me calculate that again. We have 7, 9, 11, 15. We get half of this, which is another 3, is 18 to... 13 plus 3 is 16. 18 to 16, so it's going to be 1 to 1. We will not get the armor shift. We will get a troop quality because our Fallschirmjäger, so that'll be +1. We'll have an artillery will be +2. So I don't need to add in anything else to that location. All right, so you guys back here can then move normally. So 6 and 5, eh? All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5. These guys here are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 2 weaker units. They're going to be coming here for... Actually, we'll use you. You have 5 as well, so that'll be 5 here. So we can have 2 units with 4 stacking plus a free silhouette. Then we have this guy here. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, so Fallschirmjäger, how I'm going to do you guys. First of all, I got a lot of disrupted Americans here. I should probably attack them. Keep them on the go. Now, that is 7, 11, sitting in a town. So it's going to be an extra 4 because of this guy here. So it's going to be 15, eh? Now, I don't know if there's any result shift for having disrupted units. I guess that'd be under disruption, eh? Right, so they do retain their full defense strength, which means because of the town, I'm going to be attacking 12, 15 defense. All right, so I need a headquarters to get, there's a 4th Panzer, so we could get a artillery shift. So let's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to have to move 1. We'll move you to this location. We'll move you to this location. And then that leaves the tanks. So we have 4 stacking plus a silhouette. So we'll move you guys in. This would be 1.5, 2, or half. Will be 1.5, 3. No, I guess you could do fine there. And that leaves you here. Now, I cannot overstack. I can't use that. I cannot get onto the flank. Could I? This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could attack with this guy, but he's only 2. Half will be 1, so it'll be 13. Right now I'd be at 2 to 1. Oh, sorry. Sorry, John. Yep. The front line. All right, so the front line is quite complex. So we do have the American units that came in from Utah. They're getting ready to cut off the Sherbrooke Peninsula. We've got Omaha units that are landing. They're being pushed towards St. Lo, which is pretty good. And then, of course, we have the Commonwealth sector that are trying to push their way into Con with middling success. So we'll see what happens there. Let's look at this here. Right now, we're focusing on these units here in St. Lo region. So you'll come here. I have to question whether or not I need these guys here. Villers Bocage, eh? If I move you into here, I'll leave this armor here in Villers Bocage. There's no point putting in a flanking unit. I'm still going to be outmanned. And I do have here on the side, we've got some more Fallschirmjäger that are ready to come on. Now they've only got 3, so it's going to be 6 hexes. This will be 1, 2, 3. I could use strat move and get to up here, which I think I'm going to have to do. All right, so let's use strategic movement. And we'll... so that'll be a total of 5 move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4.5. All right, so we can put... You guys will go into here using your strat move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll be in this location. Again with your strat move. So we're starting to shore up the lines. That's a good. Oh, very nice, wardrobe. Good to see. All right, so let's go to the Commonwealth. Oh, wait, I never brought, actually, yeah, no, we're doing the Germans. All right, so we're going to use 1, 2 artillery shifts. We're going to use, I think we can use the one in Con. That longs within 3 hexes of a city hex. We can use that. All right, so you guys are disrupted. You guys are on your last step. I have to bring you. So you'll be in this location. You'll be the free silhouette. You guys are going to have to. I'm going to have to attack. I think you guys are going to be the main assault force. So this is going to be 11. Here we have. Oh, wait, you can only defend. Yeah, so you're going to be 11. They're in a town. Shit. 11 to 17. Woof. All right, armor shift I'll cancel. Do we get a troop quality? Yes, we do. So we'll get one shift. That'll put us on the 1-to-1. And then if we use an artillery, either Khan or this guy, then we'll be on the 2-to-1 odds. You guys will advance 1 hex into here. Now you guys are going to play defense, so you're going to have to hang out. Oh wait, I do have a unit here. Do I want to attack that? So that's a free stack. He's a cadre. I should move him back. Which he could do. It could come to here, so that's fine. You guys will jump into his place. Now you're going to have to hold. There's no way you can attack that. This be 1. That would be 2, 3. That would have to be 4, 5. So you guys cannot even go there. You're going to have to come here. It'll be 1, 2, 3. Wow, that is not a lot of defense. All right, let's do combat, and we'll start over here on the American side of the action. Now we said this is going to be defense because there's two 7s. That's going to be 14 plus the 3, 17. So there's no way you guys are going to be going in, so you're fine. You guys are going to hold. Here we're going to attack the airborne. And this will be the main assault force with a total of 9. Plus 3 is 12 to 4. Plus 3 is 7. So 12 to 7 will be the 1-to-1. Now I don't have any armor shift or rating. Is the same. And don't have any artillery. So this is going to hurt. Now that's 1-to-1. I don't think the Americans can use any defensive units to play. All right, so let's do a 1-to-1 attack from the Germans against the airborne, 82nd. And we rolled a 3. All right, looking at the CRT, the 3 gets us a attacker 1 and determined defense. So the attackers lost 1. Now these 2 units are only 1 step. So we'll have to take it on the Fallschirmjäger, so they'll be stepped. And then these guys are going to have to do a retreat, so they're going to come back 2 hexes, and they'll be disrupted. Now they're not going to bother determined defense. They're just going to retreat because I want to start cutting off the Cherbourg Peninsula. I think that's a smarter move for that. So these guys can all face this way. Oh wait, I can do 1 advance. Does it have to be your main assault force that advances? All right, so it doesn't just have to be the MAF. It can be anyone. So you guys are going to come up here. to Carentan. Now I could move 2 hexes, so that would be they'll probably have to stop there. You guys are going to hang here, secure the town. All right, and then we'll move further southeast, and we'll do this combat around St. Lo. All right, so you guys here, we're going to be in defense. You guys here are going to attack this stack here. This will be my main assault force. So we're going to have 7, 11, 15 to 16. So we'll be 1 to 2. I do have flanking units, however. So it's going to be on the 1 to 1. This will be 6 another 3. So yeah, it's going to be on the 1 to 1. Armor will cancel. Troop quality wise, I do have a +1, so that's 1 shift. And I'm going to be using this artillery piece. So that is 2 shifts will be on the 3 to 1. All right, roll a 5. That should be good. 5 on the 3 to 1 gets us attacker 1, defender 1. That is not that. All right, so the attacker has lost 1. So let's step this unit down. And the attacker will lose 1, and we'll take it. Oh, Jesus. Have to be this unit here. So we'll take a step on that unit. These ones are all 1-step units, so that's not the greatest. And then the attacker or defender will have to retreat. Now, I could try a determined defense. Armor would cancel. I would be at a -1 because of the troop quality, which means that it's not likely to work out. I'd probably have to roll like a 6 to get a result. Yeah, that's not going to play. Right, so we're just going to retreat, fall back, disrupted. So we go 1, 2. Any more disrupted counters? And you guys can do up to a 2-hex follow-up. So, yeah, we'll push everybody forward too. Although, do I want to come this way? I can go in any direction, I believe. So I could come 2 hexes this way. I could come 2 hexes this way. So that would be 4 stacking units plus a silhouette. This would be 3 stacking units, so you're going to come up 2. Keep the pressure on the disrupted units. Now, you guys are fine. You're fine. Here we're fine. So I want to do an attack on here. These disrupted units, I believe. So that's going to give me 12. Fighting. They get their full defense plus 4 for the town. So that's going to be 12, 15. So I'm going to be at 2 to 1. However, I do have... does disrupted give you armor shift? Yes. So they are, unfortunately, we do have a troop shift. So that puts us on 1 to 1. I'm going to use this artillery here. So we're going to be at 2 to 1. 2 to 1 odds against that stack in that town. So hopefully I roll well. All right, I rolled a 2. That's not going to be good. All right, so 2 to 1. A 2 is attacker 1, and then they have to do a determined retreat. Determined defense or retreat, I should say. So attacker loses 1. So let's go down here. 2-step. We'll keep our armor in one piece. You guys are already disrupted. And you're going to do, can't do a determined retreat or determined defense. You are going to have to retreat. So let's go 1, 2. You guys can then occupy Balroy. We'll stop there. So that was 1, 2 artilleries. So I got to use 2 of my supply points for that. Right now we'll do the Commonwealth. And I think I want to attack these guys here. I have to do something now. This is really going to suck. They are at 4 defense because of the town, which puts them at 18. Me, I'm going to have 3. So you're going to be the backup. You guys will be the main assault force. Jesus, 11, 12. I'm going to have 12 to 18, which is going to be on the 1 to 2 odds. I will get a shift for the artillery. And it looks like I'm not even going to get a troop. Oh, I will get a troop shift. So we'll be on the 1 to 1 because of the artillery, and then a 2 to 1 because of the troop quality. Armor shift will cancel. So we're going to be on the 2 to 1. And that'll use up my last point. Yep. And I rolled. Right, so the 2 to 1, a 1 is attacker 1, which has to be on the main assault force. So it looks like you are going to be stepped down. And that probably should have gone a lot better. So you guys are done. Now I do have units here, but again, I'm not in a position to attack, so I'm just going to hold up. Everybody here will be fine. Disruption will come off this turn, and everything else is just going to set up like that. All right, so next up we have the recovery phase. So all replacement and disruption. So these guys will come off here. This replacement will come off here, so you'll be at full strength. You guys over here are all coming off. And then we check supply. Everything is in supply, so we don't have to worry about that. All right, let's do the allied turn. Let's flip over the turn marker. And we look at their replacements. Now they have 1 armored unit and which is here. Wait, that's Commonwealth. So Commonwealth has an infantry, so that's this guy here. We have a replenishment on this guy here for infantry, so let's mark him with a replen, not that one. And we'll flip him over. That's what he's going to be once he gets replened. And we do have an armor one, but everything is in contact, so we're going to be able to save our 1 U.S. armored replacement. Now we have to do supply points. So So again, we have 6 US and 6 Commonwealth. Now, I think I'm going to have to use more infantry just because we don't have the numbers. So let's bring in 2 units here to the Omaha Beach. We do have the Mulberries, so we can use that. For the Commonwealth, I think I'll do the same. I'm going to grab 2 infantry units. And I think we'll bring them into Gold Beach. I think that's fine. All right, now. Hmm. So that's it for the replacements and reinforcements. Let's do the American move. There we go. All right, so we're going to hammer this tank unit with you guys and you. So you're going to come here for flank. You guys will be my main assault force. It's going to be plenty to deal with this tank unit. You guys are going to hold because I don't fancy going into, what is that? 7, 5, 12? 14 to 12 will be 1 to 1. Although, I do count as mechanized. So I believe, well, that would get canceled by the anti-armor anyways. Which means that troop quality-wise, we're at 0. You guys are at 0. The only shifts can be from Air Force, ships, or artillery. So First Army has 3 supply points, so I could use 7th Corps. You're going to be my artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can attack here. I'll use a plane. And I'll use a naval support marker, which will give me 3 ships to the right. So I should be on the 4 to 1 table attacking those guys. Carrington. I don't know how I'm going to crack this. They're surrounded by water, so I have to basically come in from one of these 2 hexes. If I go across the river, it'll be halved firepower. Now, can I do that? First of all, where's my headquarters units? There's one here. That would be too far. +1. You guys are at 0. There's a +1, so that would cancel. I would get an armor shift. 10, 13. Halved would be 6.5. You guys would add an extra 11. Halved twice would be 5.5, and then 2 and 3/4. So you're going to be at a total of 7. No. 8.5, 9. So you'd be a total of 9 going against, that's a town. So town is 4, but I can only max out to 3. So that's going to be 6, 10. So we're going to have 13, or wrong, 9 to 10. So we'll be on the 1 to 2 column. Armored shift, we'll put it on 1 to 1. If I use battleship, naval assets, that'll be 2 to 1. And then we'll use an Air Force marker to make it on the 3 to 1 going across the river into a town. I think that is fine. Looking at the St. Lo front, you guys can't move because you're disrupted, right? They must use tactical movement. Now this is going to come off this turn, so I don't even need to move them. I think I can stay in spot. You guys are going to come here. You guys are disrupted, so you're going to hang out. You guys here, I'm going to push you down. This would be one or half, 1.5, 2, 3, 4. So you guys can both fit into this location. I do have a headquarters, so let's move you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to be too far away, so I'm just going to move you normally. We'll put you in Travers. That way you can use your artillery next turn. Do I want to use these Rangers? I don't think I want to. I think you're just going to be hanging back. You guys here can hit the beach, and then you can move forward one more. And our engineers are fine. Mulberries fine. So let's look at the Commonwealth movement. Now we have to definitely attack. We have to take on. So how do we do this? You guys are going to attack here. This would be 2, 4 stacking units. Throw in a free silhouette. That'll be, what do we have here? 14, 16. So this will be my main assault force. This will be the flanking force. And we're going to be going up against units in a town. So you're going to have 4, 7, 11, 13. Armor shifts will cancel. Troop quality is 0. They get a +1. And we'll use some artillery shifts and planes. So we should be on the 2-to-1, if not the 3-to-1 column when we do our attack. So let's use a plane. Let's use one of our ships. And let's use 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can stay on the beach. And you're going to be my artillery. All right, you guys are going to have to move. So let's start with you. So you have 4. That'll be 1.5 or half, 1.5, 2. That would be 4. You'll come into this location as well. We'll throw you an armored unit. They're going to come around this way. Here we have 4 stacking points. So this will be the free silhouette. That's 2. So that'll be 1, 3 into that location. That gives me 4 stacking plus a silhouette. This location here we have 4 + 1. You're going to have to hang on for now. I'm probably going to have to withdraw you. I think this is the last. No, that's just a motorized unit. What am I going to do with you and you guys? Let's put you back here on the beach. You're just going to wait for reinforcements. You, I'm going to move forward. So this is going to be half, 1, 1.5, or 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right, now you guys can hit the beach and you can keep moving. You guys are going to come forward actually. So let's use the armored. This would be half, 1.5, 2, 3.5, 4.5. So you're fine there. That would be half, 1.5, 2, 3. Oh wait, that should be 4. So we'll have enough there. You guys will hit the beach and then come up one more. Now I do have another attack that's going to go on here. So let's use another plane. And I'll use my other naval. And I also have 2 artillery that I can use. So this is 1. This will be 2. So 1 here and 1 here. That'll give me my shifts. This battle here, I think we're just going to have to wait. If I can come in behind, I will form a Zoc bond to cut these guys off, which means they're going to be out of supply, which is probably important. All right, so let's do the combat, and we'll do the Americans before I forget what I said. So in this location up here, we have 14 to, we said, that's only bocage, so that's going to be an extra 3. So that's going to be 10, 12. Armor shift will cancel out, or anti-armor will cancel out the mechanized. However, I do have a plane, so that gives me 1 shift on the 2-to-1. And then we said we were going to use a ship, which will put us on the 3-to-1 against this unit here. Troop quality wise, we're the same. We just rolled a 1. It's not good. Attacker 1, and then a determined defense or retreat. So you guys are taking a step. You guys are going to have to do a determined defense or retreat. Now, you're just going to retreat 2 hexes. So let's go 1, 2. Marked with the disrupted. And then we can attack or move forward 1. I think I'm going to hold up here. Let's stay here. Actually, we'll move 1 unit closer. All right, so this unit here, we're going to have 3, 9. We're going to have 13 to 5. So it's going to be on the 2-to-1. Armor shift will cancel. Troop quality wise will be a shift, so it's going to be on the 3-to-1. As a matter of fact, we also add this, so that'll be 2, 13, 15. 15 to 4 will be 3-to-1. Troop quality will put it on the 4-to-1 column. Right, so 4-to-1, attacking into that location. Rolled a 2, a lot of low rolls. 2 on the 4-to-1 is just determined defense or a retreat. So you're going to run away. So that'd be 1, 2. You just started beside the river, so it means you can ford it. And you guys will be able to do a push. So you're going to come here. You guys are going to go here. You can move 2, actually. So you're going to come to this location. You guys did not start by the river, so you're going to have to wait. It could come up this way, actually. So let's do that. We'll start pushing into Valon. Then we can start cutting off the peninsula again. Into this location, we're going to do this as the main assault force. So we have 13. Halved will be 6.5. Plus this half twice, which will be another 11. So 5.5, and then 2 3/4. So that'll put it on the 8.5, 9 table, or 9 firepower, versus that is Karen 10, so that's going to be worth 4. So 7, 11. So we're going to be on the 1 to 2. Troop quality is going to cancel. We will have an armor shift. Does armor shift work across rivers? All right, so the armor shift is lost because of the flooded terrain and the rivers that we're crossing. Wait, that is a minor river in this location, so that would count. All right, so we have Troop quality, we have a +1. We have a +1, that cancels. We have an armor shift, so that puts us on the 1-to-1 column. We have an air force, which puts us on 2-to-1. And then we're going to use our last naval point to put it on the 4-to-1. I never use my artillery. If I use one artillery point, I can fire onto this combat, which will put me on the 4-to-1. 4-to-1 going into Carentan. Hey, Run Herder. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Glad you're enjoying the show. Bit of a shit sandwich, as you can see. All right, I rolled a 5. 5 on the 4-to-1 is a D1. So we do have not many options. These guys are all one step. This is going to go down to cadre, unfortunately. Right, so we do have a cadre. I did roll a 5. Gives me a defender 1. And now they must retreat. D1 means they can move 2. Now, if I try a determined defense in that location, that is not a strong point or a city. It's only a town, which means I would need to roll probably a 6. So I'm just going to retreat and be disrupted. So they're going to go back 2 hexes, and they'll become disrupted. You guys are going to come across the river. You guys are going to move 2 hexes towards Saint-Jean-d'Ier. All right, so that is pretty well it for the American combats. I'm not going to do any attacks here. Disrupted will come off, so that's good. And let's look at the Commonwealth sector. Yeah, I know I made the sandwich. That's why it sucks. All right, so in this location here, we do have 2 supply points for artillery, so that's going to be 1, 2. So we were going to put 1 onto here and 1 onto here. So let's do this guy first. He's going to be the main assault force. That's going to give us 10, 16. Going into a town, which will give us 4. So that's 8, 10, 13. So 16 to 13. We can add another, 14, 17. Half of that will be 8. 8 to our 16 is going to put us on the 24. And we said we're going to be at 13. So we're still going to be 1-to-1. Armor shifts will cancel. Troop quality wise, looks like they're going to be at a +1. So that'll be on the 1-to-2. However, we have artillery 1-to-1, and we have air force. So we're going to be on the 2-to-1. And if I use a naval bombardment, that'll put us on the 3-to-1 against that stack there in the town. 3. A lot of low rolls. These are like my ASL dice, I think. 3 on the 3-to-1 is a disrupted or a determined defense or a retreat. Now, you really don't have a lot of options. I guess you're moving 1 hex and then be marked with the disrupted. You guys in the follow-up force will be here. You guys can move 2 as well. Actually, no, we'll stay here. And we'll move you into here. I think that's fine. So you're fine like that. Now we'll do this combat here. So we're going to use this, I think, as our main force. We have 7 and 5 is 12. This will be the main force here. Not attacking across the river. And it is mix, which is going to give us 2 defense. So right here we have 14, 18. Plus another 6 would be 24 to 11, 14, 16 with the defense. So it's going to be 1 to 1. Troop quality wise, they're at a +1. They have armor, which cancels out ours. So troop quality wise, we cancel because of the SF. So we're going to be on the 1 to 1. We do have air, puts us on 2 to 1. And our blast naval bombardment will put us on the 3 to 1 against these guys here. All right, force a little bit better on the 3 to 1 gets us a determined defense or a retreat. Really can't go anywhere. What happens when you can't retreat? Or do you just overstack? Oh my Jesus, does this mean that they're going to be eliminated because they cannot go anywhere? Here we have, that would be a free silhouette. So this would be worth 2 stacking points. So this would be 4 stacking points and a silhouette. So you guys would be marked with a disrupted. This location here, that's a 2, 4 at the free silhouette attack. Ugh. Do I keep the armor or do I keep this unit here? It's a 6/5 plus it's a +1 troop quality. I think I'm going to have to lose the armor because they cannot retreat. They'd be overstacked, which means that they're going to be eliminated because you cannot overstack when you retreat. Yeah, 18 after any halving or something like that. Oh, I see what you're saying. So I went too high. Combat modifiers. After any halving. Yeah, you're right. So I messed that one up. At any case, I think I'm going to have to lose these 2 units because they cannot retreat. I'll just take the combat as is. Hopefully I'll remember that for next time. Thanks, Run Herder. Wow. And then, of course, you can do your follow-up. All right, so we're making progress in con. And that's going to be it for the combat phase. So now we can do any replens. So this comes off here. This guy here is back in action. And everybody on the Commonwealth side is in supply. All right, so moving on to 8 turn 8, June 13th. Bring back all of our ship and fighters. And we will do the weather roll. All right, so here we go. Now we're at clear already. And we rolled a 6. All right, so now we are going to be clear 6, which means the Germans get 1 supply point, which I'm going to have to use in the 7th. And they get a 1 minus 1 must be used on a -1 TQ. I can use troop quality this guy here. So let's do a replan on you. And now for the Americans, they get 1 armor replacement. So they're actually going to have 2 points this time. The Commonwealth will get 1 armor as well. All right. And we get 1 Canadian replenishment as well. We're going to have 3 air units for each side, as well as 2 naval units for each side. And then we get supply points. Yes. So now we have mulberries. All right, 2 supply points each. So first army is now going to have 4 to spend. Second army will have 2 to spend. So that is a lot of artillery units that'll be coming down. Wow. Alrighty, so let's do the German reinforcements. We don't have a lot. They're all coming in through yellow. So we do have an armored... Oh, we got tigers. No, wait, tigers can only be replanned on a... Alright, replacements can only happen in the storm phase for tigers. Alright, so you guys are going to come on here. You're going to push into Con, I think. I do have another unit. Stug's going to be coming in under the green. So I think that's good for you guys there. Let's... Roger that. Thanks, Runt. All right, how are we going to do this now? You guys are disrupted. Those 2 are going to come off this turn, so no attacks up here. Again, I'm just more or less waiting for them to assault me to get close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would be getting a 4. Bocage would be another 3. That would be 7 defense. This would be 6. No, I can't do that. 6 to 7 would be 1 to 2 odds. They have troop quality on me. Would be 1 to 3 odds. I do get artillery, which would put it back up to 1 to 2. No, I don't, because I'm using it on the 7th Army. So you guys are more or less kind of screwed. What am I going to do? If I move into this location, it gives me a bit of a block against these units that are disrupted. We're going to attack... over here. One of you guys is going to be the main assault. What do we have? 7, 9, and 11. Over here we have 6, 8, 12. So you guys will be my main assault force here, 12. I'll get another 5 for you guys. I'll use up my 1 artillery for this battle in this location as well. That should put a serious hurt on you. You guys are going to be defending with a 10 plus another 4 for the town will be an 11. 12, 5. So it's going to be on the 1-to-1. Armor will cancel. Troop quality will cancel. And I have an artillery ship. So it will be on the 2-to-1 for the Germans. All right, so that's what you guys are going to do. This location here, we got 6 attacking those guys, 2nd Division. 14, good luck with that. So you're just going to hang out. I could attack you guys. So that is 11. Woods. Woods gets 3 DCB. Same as Bocage. So it'll be 14. Now, I could add... If I pull one of you guys out, that would be 2 to leave, 3. If I bring you in, and you in, what can I make it? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You would not have enough to make it. Shit. You guys are going to sit over here, though. So I won't be able to attack. I'm going to defend with you to Fallschirmjäger in the woods. You'll retreat back to there. This will be 1, 1.5, 2, 3. Bring on our Stug. And we get 5 moves. This will be 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4. That'll be 5 into that location. Oh wait, we're in clear weather, which means they have to use 1/3, not overcast anymore. Oh no, clear and overcast is half. Okay. For storms it's a 3. Right, so that's all fine. Now, I brought these guys here to do a sandwich attack. I just don't think it's going to happen. This is going to be halved, so it's going to be 8, 10. Halved is 5. Halved is another 2. Even if that guy stayed here, that would only be... It would still be at a 1-to-2 attack. Going across a river. With no artillery support. You'll just hold in town. All right, so what do we have? We have 3 stacking points. If I put you in there, that'll be 4 stacking points in a silhouette. You'll hang on, come on. You guys may as well just occupy this location. Get rid of the strap move. I'll move the headquarters up one closer. This is a Werfer. I forgot that last turn. Werfers don't use supply points. 1, 2, 3, and they got to be within 3 hexes. So if I move into the woods, can I move into the woods? Not mechanized, so it would be 1. So this would be 1 hex. 1, 2, 3. I could fire a Werfer on him. Can't use strat again. So if I go half, 1.5, 2, 3, you guys can attack with this. You're going to be going not across a river into a defense, which is going to consist of 10 plus a town is 4, will be 14. 10 to 14. Oosh. But I do have a Werfer as well. Can I bring in a Tiger that far? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to be sitting with him as well, so that's all fine. Werfer will be supporting that attack. Hey, Axie. What are you playing tonight? Um, so that's that attack. I got no other artillery support, which means I'm really getting screwed for what can I attack. You're on your last step, and I have a one-step unit. Now, I could throw you across the river. I may as well throw you too. You guys are going to play defense, hunker down. Um, all I had was one infantry replacement, which I already had to use. So I cannot even replace any of my guys. Cadre status back there. Well, this is 3 stacking points. We'll add you, which is really probably shitty. Actually, no, I'll add the cadre. It is a +1. Make it last a little bit longer. You guys are going to hang here across the river and suck up losses. You here are going to come for 1, 2. It will cost you 4 to go into that location. 1, 2. Yeah. All right, so you cannot go in. Now, question for Sherbrooke defenses. Yeah, if you want to contact me, Hexy, just, I'll type it in chat. Just send me to whatever you want to that email, Hexy. We can chat with that. I could get onto your Discord or whatever else you guys are using for communication. Speaking of, let's have a quaff of beer. Um, all right. Okay, so what are we doing here? Moving Germans around. What was my question I had? Sherbrooke units. When do they get released? 17.6. Oh, they can only be released if an allied unit is within 2 hexes. So unfortunately, all of my units with the black box around the move are way out of range. So, that sucks. So I guess we'll just reconfigure now. Again, this will come off at the end of the disrupted turn, so you guys cannot clearly attack. Sorry, the recovery phase. I can't attack there. I just don't have enough units to attack. Let's put you here so that you have like a blocker you'd have to come across fighting. And I guess that's going to be it for the move. What kind of combats do we have? So we said we got a Werfer, and we have 10. 10 to 10. They'll get a town bonus of another 4, so that'll be 14. So we'll be on the 1 to 2. Armor will cancel. Troop quality wise, we will get a shift, so that'll be on the 1 to 1 because we have Fallschirmjäger. And then the Werfer should give us another one, so we should be on the 2 to 1. All right, I rolled a 5. 5 is good. 5 on the 2 to 1 gets us a determined defense or a retreat. Now, again, they would have to roll high, so I'm just going to retreat. Get pushed back 2 hexes. 1, 2. You guys are going to follow up. I think I'm going to move this way. All right, so moving on down to St. Lo region. Let's go into this disrupted location. Now, I'm going to use my 1 artillery supply for this guy. So if I attack you across the river, that's going to be 8, 12, have to be 6, to which, oh, I can't add you because that would be 2 separate attacks. That would be 6 to woods is a 3. So it's going to be 14, 6 to 14. So we're looking at 3 to 1. So that's not going to happen. You guys are not going to attack. You guys are going to wait. So I guess I only have the 1 combat here then. All right, so my main assault force will be, we got 8, 12. We do get a +1 for troop quality. Nope, canceled. Armor will be canceled because of their armor. So we have 12 plus, to which we can add 5, 11. Half of that will be 5.5. So we'll be at 17.5 to... they're in a town. We can use 4 with the 7, which will get us 15. So we're going to be on the 1 to 1. I will use an artillery, so we will be on the 2 to 1. Yeah, 2 to 1. Not the greatest. Hope for a good result. 2 to 1. Yeah, I got the email. Thanks, Sexy. 5. 5 is pretty decent, I think. On the 2 to 1 gets us a determined defense or a retreat. Now, again, because it's only a town, not a strong point or a city, they have to roll basically a 5 or a 6. So I think I'm going to retreat. We'll just come back all the way here, become disrupted. Oh, I forgot to put a disrupted on the Commonwealth units as well. That retreated from the earlier battle. All right, so that is that. That's it for the German attacks. Now we can do recovery phase. So this guy here is going to become normal. Loses 1 step he lost. This disruptor comes off. That one as well. And then these guys here as well. All right, so that's it for the German turns. Now we're going to do the Allied turn 8. And we will, what are we going to spend our resources on? We do have 4 supply points for the first army, and they can replace or replenish 2 armored units. Now, unfortunately, I didn't calculate that again. I forgot to send you guys back, so I could have been using you as one. Cannot be a disrupted unit, and you cannot be in contact. So, unfortunately, I screwed myself again, and I have my 2 armored units too close to the battle that need to be replenished. Damn it, that was very short-sighted. I do have 6 reinforcement points, so I could do more armor. 4 and 3. So let's use some of these 7.36s. Let's use one of you, and we'll use one of 6.4 for infantry. So we have a mechanized and a infantry unit. Let's bring them on to Omaha. I think we're doing fine in the Utah Beach area. I have enough resources to cut off Cherbourg, I think. I need to deal with St. Lo because we're getting a lot of German reinforcements coming into that area. So yeah, we'll come into Omaha. And the replen will have to wait. For the Commonwealth, we have a Canadian replen. So we have one here. And we have a British mechanized. So over here, we'll take the one Canadian that's been stepped. And we'll put him underneath this guy. That's that. And then we have one British armored unit that can be replenished as well. Now I can use that with my Canadians. Sorry. Can I swap Canadian for Commonwealth or is it vice versa? Oh, I see. All right, so I could choose um, Canadian or common or British with a Commonwealth result. Right. So actually, that's one way. I cannot use. Um, can I? I could have used this cadre, actually eliminated that or upgraded back to its normal unit. I cannot use a Commonwealth armor replan on a Canadian. I think I can only do it the other way around. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to use my armored replacement. And we'll just do supplies. So what am I going to buy for the Canadian or Commonwealth? Again, I do have a mechanized unit. I could get an armor. Are there any one reinforcement points? Oh, wait, no, it's only 6 anyway, so. All right, you guys are going to come in through Gold Beach. All right, so that is set for supply points and replacements. Now we can do the Commonwealth move. Or let's start with the Allies, US first. All right. Now we're going to attack this guy here. That is a city. Cities are 5 DCB, which means I can only max out at 4, so that's 8. 13 plus that would be half of that would be 16. which would give me a 2-to-1 advantage onto there. We are 6, which means I get 3 aircraft. So I'm going to use an aircraft on this attack. That'll give me on the 3-to-1, which I think is fine. I could attack here as well with my aircraft because it will be outside the ship zone. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use a ship, which will give me 4-to-1. Looks like I'm going to be just out of range of the ship for these guys here. Can you use 2 naval bombardments on the same combat? Pointing to 1. All right, so you can only use 1 naval attack per attack. So we have 1 aircraft, we have 1 navy, which will put us on the 4-to-1 table. Oh, we also got troop quality, I imagine. Yeah, we are at a +1. So our better troop quality will put us actually on the 5-to-1. That's pretty decent. All right, so this location here, we're going to use an aircraft. Now, again, we can only use 1 aircraft. So you're going to come in here. I'm going to go across the river. That is, well, first of all, let's move you like this. Now, that's only a town. So what are we looking at anyways? 4, 8, 12. That will put it at 14, and this would be 15 defense, to which I would be getting, oh, this would be half too. 11.5 will be 5.5, plus this half twice would be on the 6. So we're looking at 3-to-1. Even an Air Force would put it at 2-to-1. I think I'm going to attack this unit here. All right, so this is going to be my main assault force. We're going to go into these guys here. I cannot use a ship because it's too far. I can use a headquarters, so let's use 1 artillery. To 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, you got to move 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can have. We should be able to get at least a 3-to-1, maybe a 2-to-1 on that unit there. Defending a bocage, we're looking at 6 plus 3 is going to be a 9. 9 defense against our 11 will be 1-to-1. Troop quality will be a +1, and armor shift will get us a +2. We'll use our last plane to get us a 4-column shift, so we'll be on the 4-to-1. Looking over at St. Lo, how am I going to do this? All right, so we have our headquarters in position. You guys can move 4. That would be half, 1.5, 2. 2, 3, 4. All right, so you guys will come up to here. This location, disruptor will come off. So I'm thinking of attacking 14. Now, Woods gets him a 3, but the max out at 2. So it's going to be 6. 14 to 6 will be a 2 to 1. Outside of bombardment range of the Navy, though. But let's do that. All right, probably need some markers here. So we'll add that. I'm not sure what half of these markers mean, but we'll do that. We'll do that. I'm going to have to push into there, then somehow get around to attack that unit. So I'm going to use you for a second artillery supply point. Then we'll do the Commonwealth. You guys here, that would be 1. This would be 2. This would be 3. So you're going to be my main assault force. That's going to be 12 coming in against. That's normal, so that would be a 2. So 6, 10, 12. 12 to 12 would be 1 to 1. We add half of this, which is going to be another 5. Will give us 17 to 12, which is still going to be 1 to 1. We add a plane. We add an artillery. And that'll get us a 3 to 1 shift. Moving into con. That is a strong point, which negates armor. All right, I'm going to do an attack on here anyways. We're going to use one of our ships. We're going to use an artillery. Armor will be canceled. Troop quality wise, we should have an SF unit here. Nope. We do here though. Now, does your troop quality have to be in the main assault force, or can it be any one of the surrounding ones? Because if that's the case, then this +1 would suffice. That's 12. This is 13. That's going to be 18. So this could be the main assault force. And we'll use a fighter as well. So a fighter, we have naval and we have artillery shift. And troop quality wise will be balanced. So we should have at least a 2 to 1 plus. No. It'll be 1 to 1 because the max we can have is 18. So this is going to be 1 to 1. So there's no point adding in adjacent troops. What do we have here anyways? So that's a strong point. That's 2, 5, 8, 14. And we said we have 18. So this is going to be 1 to 1. So there's no point for you guys fighting. You're not going to contribute anything. Although, yeah, 18. So you're already maxed out. So you guys are going to come over here. You guys are going to attack this unit here. So let's go with... That is 12. This is 16. So we're going to be at 18 total going against this unit here in Ypres, which is a town. So that means they're going to max out at 4. So that'll be 8. And 5 is 13. So it's going to be 18 to 13, which again will be 1 to 1. Armor will cancel. Troop quality will cancel because we have the SF here. And we'll throw in a plane for good measure. So that'll be 2 to 1. And our second ship will be a 3 to 1 attack. All right, so that's it for moves, I think. You guys are just going to hang out here. I do have units. Let's land on the beach, and then we'll move the 1. Same with the Americans over here. Hit the beach and move the 1. I believe it's only 1, right? Oh, right. So they use tactical movement, so they can move 1 or 2 hexes. All right, so yeah, you're going to move the 2 there. That's fine. All right, so while we're on the Commonwealth side, we will do the Commonwealth combat. So let's go you guys first. So we have artillery, we have a plane, and we have naval. For 3 shifts, we have 18 as our main attack force. So when you have the 1 against, this is a strong point, so it's going to be 2, 5, plus 9 will be 14. So it's going to be 1 to 1. Troop quality will be down 1, so it'll be 1 to 2. Artillery will bring it up 1 to 1. Aircraft and our ship will bring it up to 3 to 1. All right, so 3 to 1 on that combat. Survey says we roll a 1. That's not going to be good. All right, 3 to 1 is attacker 1 and a determined retreat. So, all right, so the guards taking a hit. Let's take a step loss on this guy. And now you guys are screwed because you cannot retreat. Actually, wait a minute, you are in a strong point. So you're going to have to do a determined defense. You're going to have to do a determined defense on the strong point. All right, so what are we looking at? Lead unit is going to be the 6-5. So he's at a +1. So it gives me a +1 for the TQ. I do not have any support, so it's just going to be a +1. So I need a 3 or more to get a good result. All right, I rolled a 6. Fantastic. So that is going to be a total of 7, which gets us an AL result. Any one attack unit loses 1 step. So you held on. One of you is going to be taking a step loss. I'm probably going to use the infantry. So we're going to have 2 stepped infantry guards and the 1 unscathed tank. All right, so that's combat done. This one here, we have a naval, we have an aircraft. And we are going to be using, that's an 12, and this is a 16. So this will be the main assault force, to which we can add 2 more from here max, which means we'll be at 18 to, that'll be 8, 11, 13. So 18 to 13, which will be a 1-to-1. Troop quality wise will cancel. Armor will cancel. So we only have the 2 shifts for the Navy and the Air Force, which means we're on the 3-to-1. All right, I rolled a 3, middle of the road. 3 on the 3-to-1 is determined retreat or determined defense or retreat. Now again, you guys are kind of screwed because overstacking. This would be 3. You could go. That would be a free silhouette. You guys would not be able to go anywhere. You'd have to do a determined defense with the 4-5 being the lead unit. Now, because they have an SF unit, that'll cancel, so no modifier. If I keep the armored unit, then it will cancel the armor rating as well. Now I basically need a 6, so that means no modifier. I need a 6 to stay alive. All right, well, close. I got a 5. All right, so that is a -1. Defender's lead unit loses 1 step. All right, so I said this 4-5. So this guy's going to be cadre. And now they have to retreat anyways, which means that they're going to be screwed. So cadre is a free stack, so you guys can actually stack there for free. This would be my silhouette, and you are going to be destroyed because you cannot retreat. I believe that is, in fact, correct. Now you guys can do your follow-up. Right now you're going to be isolated, but that doesn't get calculated until the next turn. All right, so over here, what do we have? We have an artillery shift, and we have an Air Force attacking 12, and 5 will be 17 to 10 plus 2 will be 12. So 17 to 12 will be on the 1-to-1. Troop quality will be on 1-to-2. Armor will cancel. Artillery will put it on 1-to-1, and then the Air Force will put it on 2-to-1. Right, so on the 2-to-1, I rolled a 3. Exchange. So I'm going to take off the armor. And for the allies, I'm going to take off the armor. All right, so this goes over here. That goes over there. Oh, wait, it's got to be off the lead unit. So that stays on here with you. And one of you guys has become stepped. All right, so all right, so that's it for that Commonwealth battles. Let's go to the US. All right, here We had a ship. We had an artillery. Second Army's out, so that's done. 1, 2, 3 artillery, ship. And then we had 3 aircraft. 1, 2, 3 aircraft. All right, so attacking the Fallschirmjäger in the woods, which is going to give them 3 combat bonus defense. However, they only get maxed out at 2, which will be a 6. Attacking them is going to be 14 to 6. So we're already at 2 to 1. You guys are not going to bother attacking. I should have done that. Probably should have moved to St. Clair. That probably would have been a smarter move rather than do this. So we're going to be at 14 to 6. So that is 2 to 1 odds. They will get a +1, so it'll be 1 to 2 because of the troop quality. However, artillery and the ship will bring it up to the 2 to 1. So going 2 to 1. There's no point adding anything else to that. So 2 to 1. We rolled a 6. 6 is sweet. 2 to 1 is attacker 1, defender 1. Well, maybe not so sweet. Now these are 1 steps. So one of these is gone. And you guys are going to take a step here. Now you guys have to retreat, so you're just going to come back for 2. Be marked with a disrupted. And that means you guys could advance into the woods. That way protect my units here. I probably should have... Oh, wait, my armor. I got to remember that. I'm wasting my armor replenishment by not having applicable units in the rear. Which looks like I'm going to be able to use you next turn, so that's good. That's good. All right, so that's 1 attack. This attack, nothing's going to be happening here. So over here, we have artillery. We have a... Artillery's for that. This is naval bombardment. Oh, I used the wrong one. All right, so we have an Air Force going in on here. So that's going to be 6. Defending a bocage will be another 3 for a total of 9. And we're going to have 11 attacking. So it'll be 1 to 1. Troop quality, we have a +1. They're at a -1, so we'll get a shift on 2 to 1. And our Air Force will put us at 3 to 1. Right, rolled another 5. 5 on the 3 to 1 gets us attacker 1, defender 1. Ugh. All right, so you guys are both 2. No, this guy's not, eh? So let's take it on this guy. So now we're down to 1 last chance. You guys are going to have to take it. 4-4 or 4-3. 3-3. That would be 9. 9 or 7. Let's select the 9. So you'll take it first. All right, now we do our retreat. So we'll come back. I think we'll come back this way for 2. It'll be disrupted. And then we can follow up for 2. We're just going to push 1 hex. And then we'll come over here. So we do have a artillery. We have an Air Force. And we have not enough. So this is going to be 11 halved. It's going to be... oh, wait. I'm doing this one here. That is a flooded hex. So what does that mean? No, it's not a flooded hex. It's a flooded hexide. Attacker have +1L. So it's going to be one column left on the table. So we're going to have three. We're going to have a total of 11. Half will be 5.5, to which we're going to add 1.5. Actually, that'll be halved again. So it'll be 6 to 7. So it's going to be 1 to 1. However, because we're going across the flooded hex side, it's going to shift it over one. Oh, what happens there, Keratin? Did I miss something again? The defenders were all -1 near Keratin. Is it? So I was a +1. Should that have been a 2-column shift then? Troop quality 11.5. Yeah, it's 1 column. Did I miss that? Your troop quality would give you a shift. Damn it! I thought I calculated that one, but I guess not. Um. All right, so we're going across the stream here. So it's going to be 1 to 1. However, because of the flooded hex side, we'll be on the 1 to 2. Air Force will bring it up to 1 to 1, and then the artillery will bring it up to 2 to 1. Troop quality, we are at a +1. They're at a -1, so it will be another shift. So we'll be on the 3 to 1. 3 to 1 going across the river. Roll the 5. 5 on the 3 to 1 is attacker 1, defender 1 again. All right, so you're down to that. And then you're going to retreat 2. So let's come back this way. Main assault force has to lose 1 as well. So let's stripe this unit here. And then we can advance across the hex side, which is kind of what we want to do anyways. So that's 2 stacking plus a silhouette. You're fine there. This guy here is going to come... let's go 1, 2 this way. This way we can start doing our Zokbon to cut off Sherbrooke. And then lastly up here we have Naval, we have Air Force, and we have a 13. That is a city, so that's going to max out at 4, so that'll be 8. This is 13, and then to that we're going to add another 4. I guess there's no point. 8, yes. If I add this, it'll be at 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. And well, troop quality as well will be a 5 to 1 attack. 5 to 1 attack. Right, I rolled a 4. 4 on the 5 to 1 is a defender 1. So he is stepped, and then he has to retreat to... let's come up this way. Sure. You guys can then advance. You can advance. And they'll be disrupted. And that's going to be the recovery phase for turn 8. We'll do... You come off. You come off. You guys back here will come off, as will the Commonwealth dude. So all the disrupteds are pretty well off. Replenish comes off for the Canadian unit that is now reinforced. And that's that. So now we check supply for the allies, and all the allies are fine, so nobody is isolated. And that's going to be it for turn 8. All right, so let's do a turn 9. Feeling the juice, so let's do it. All right, so let's roll. Let's roll weather. All right, weather gets us a 2. We're back to overcast conditions again. Oh, I totally messed up the German move. I think I forgot to take off the 2 movement allowance because of the clear weather. So there's probably a lot of Germans in place where they shouldn't be. All right, so I rolled a 2. Now that gets me 2 supply points for the Germans. Again, with Sherbrooke, I think you're going to get cut off. So I'm just going to give both of them to the 7th Army. And we get 1 armor replen. Unfortunately, all my armor is in the front line. So it looks like I will not be able to use it. I'll have to carry that over to the next turn. Allies get 1 infantry replenishment. And 2 supply points. So second army is at 2, and the first army is going to be at 4 supply points again. Yeah, I figured it's only been a couple hours. Let's get this turn 9 out of the way. I more or less want to see what happens up in Sherbrooke, whether or not Americans can cut off the peninsula. All right, so German replenishment. We have 1 armor replen. Again, it's in the front line, so that's going to carry over. Looks like we're not going to get any air support, and we have naval support for the Allies. So let's do our reinforcements, of which we're only getting 2, and they're coming over here on the right by Filet. So let's put you guys here. All right, so German movement. Bio break. I'll be right back. I gotta finish my drink anyways. I'll be back soon, guys. Alrighty, back into it. So let's zoom out. All right, so again, just the quick summary. So the forces from 4th Division are making their way onto Utah, and they're doing a good job of cutting the peninsula. There's still some airborne units in the mix that have not withdrawn yet. The Americans landed pretty good, so except for the 101st, they were a bit depleted, but most of them were fine. So they're going to stay and help with the battle. St. Lo is turning into a bit of a bottleneck. Not quite sure how to progress that, although we're whittling away the Germans. And then in Deccan, we've got the outskirts already controlled for the Allies. A lot of the Germans are stepped, including the 12th SS that are still fighting in the mix. And this unit here is going to be isolated come the end of this turn 9. But yeah, that's basically the picture that we're looking at. All right, so what am I going to do with the Germans? I don't see a lot of action going on for the Germans up here. Again, it's going to more or less try and hold off. You're coming across the river. You guys are now across the river, so you're going to be able to hammer the town pretty good. I probably should have left the supply point for Sherbrooke. I do have 2, but I only gave him the 1. Or sorry, I used 2 on 7th Army. I didn't use any for the Sherbrooke defenses. So I don't think I'm going to be doing any attacking over here. I think it's more or less hold. I got to wait to get within 2 hexes of these units so that I can release the Sherbrooke units, which may or may not even happen. I think the Allies are best to just stay away from that area and just cut off the peninsula. Going across a river into normal, that would be a total of 6. This would be halved, so I'm going to need more units to come along there. So this would be 2.5 to 6. So I guess it would be 1 to 3. So you're not going to be coming across. You're going to join this guy here, so toughen that up. You guys are fine there. Do I hit this unit here or not? They have a 1-step tank. They've got they've knocked off 1 step from this infantry, or I should say 101st, and the infantry are still here unscathed. I'm just wondering if I hit them with my no, I guess not. That is a cadre, can only defend, and that would put me at 4 to that. So you guys are going to fall back into the town. I think that's the only thing you really can do. Back on this side over here, again, St. Lo. So you're a defending unit. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacking points. So if I move into St. Clair, that's holding a town across a river, which would make it very difficult. You guys here are going to hold this position just south of the river. And I think I'm going to throw an armored unit in with you as well. So that would be 2. This would be 4 stacking points and a free silhouette, so that's fine. And then I think I'm going to have to put you guys over here. So this would be 1, 2, 3. So you can sit there and just act like a blocker. That's attacking across a minor river. Do I want to do that? I don't think so. I'm just going to hold up there. This is not a river, but it's going into a woods. So 11 plus 3 will be 14. And to that, I'm going to be attacking with a 19 to 14. So it'll be 18 to 14. So we'll be 1-1. Troop quality gives me a +1. Armor shift gives me a +2. So that would be a 3-1 attack. Yeah, so we'll do that. So that'll be a 3-1 attack. If I use artillery, that will be a 4-1 attack. Which will be one of my artillery. So we only got one left. You guys are more or less holding Balroy. I cannot attack across the river. That would be suicidal, although that is tempting. What do we have here anyways? So we have 6, 8, 12. Half would be 6. Going against that would be ridiculous, so I'm not going to bother. You guys are going to hang here. Here's a Werfer. Got to be within 3, and it can only move. How far can they move? Can they move normally? They don't use supply. I remember that much. Oh, whoops. So to use my Werfer, I have to be within 3 hexes. Now, I don't see where they're limited to 1 hex movement like a headquarters. 1, 2, 3. If I move to this location, that would be 1, 1.5. Oh, wait, I'm not probably going to be attacking anyways, will I? This would be 1, 2, 3. So, oh no, wait, that would be 4. I'd have to come up to here. That way I can contribute a Werfer attack to this one as well. So we have artillery, a Werfer. So I only need 2 slots there. And then we have an armor as well as a troop quality. That should be plenty, I think, to deal with those guys. So you're fine. That'd be 1. This would be 2, 3. Now, if I attack this combination Commonwealth unit here, that's 10 in clear terrain, so there's no DCB for that. We do have 10. Oh, that would be 8. Eight, 4. This would be 12. 12 to 10, so it would be on the 1-to-1. Troop quality wise would be a shift, would be 1-to-2. Armor gets canceled because I had anti-armor. Thanks, love. And I think that's it, right? So there would be a +1 or a shift 1 column to the right because of troop quality. So you guys will attack. In con, I still have one supply point. Let me bring these guys on here on the edge. Now they can move 5. I think I need to bring them into con. What are the victory conditions anyways? What are we looking at? Um, so the dashed line is dashed red line towns. So this would be, what do they get for towns? For each town they get 1. So this would be 1. So right now the allies only have 1 VP for the 1 town that they've taken. Okay, I gotta remember that. All right, so I don't have to worry about end game victory points. All right, in con, what are we gonna do in the Commonwealth sector? I really don't know. There's a lot of shit going on here. I do still have 1 artillery, so I could use one of these 2 headquarters, do an attack on Epron. Actually, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 VP for them. Yeah, they're at 4 VP already, so I think I'm going to have to hammer one of these units. You guys are basically on your last legs. That would be 7. You can only defend, you can only defend, you can attack. So this is going to be 7. Jesus. 10. No, this is halved, so it's going to be 8. Going against 14, 18. Armor will cancel. Troop quality would shift 1 to the right. Artillery would shift another 1 to the right, so that should be on the 2 to 1 attacking into there. All right, so here we have defend only, 2 cadres. You guys are going to move back. I'm going to have to get you out of the front line, so that'll be 1, 2. Put you in this town here. That gets you out of the front line. All right, you guys are going to be just sitting tight. Sitting tight, sitting tight. You guys here are in a strong point that's about to be isolated. So if I attack this, no, I cannot do a attack like that. I'd have to attack individually. So I may as well go on the offensive. I'm going to lose them anyways. That's going to be 9. If I attack into the rear, you guys will be at 8, and 8 is 16. 9 to 16 will be on the 1 to 2 column. Troop shift doesn't qualify. Armor shift, mechanized infantry should cancel the armor. So I'm going to be on the 1 to 2 column. Yeah, let's do a 1 to 2 attack. Why not? I'm gonna lose them anyway, so it kind of makes sense. And we'll do the combat right now. So let's start with that. So we're gonna be on the 1 to 2 going into the town. All right, rolled a 6. 6 on the 1 to 2, or 2 to 1. Sorry, 1 to 2 is a DR result. So defender must either retreat or conduct a determined defense. Now, you cannot retreat, so you must do a determined defense. You cannot go this way because that would be entering another Zoc. You can't go that way because for the same reason. Wow, I can't believe that worked. So troop quality wise, armor wise, there's not going to be any shifts. We are not in an improved position of strong point or city, so it's going to need a 5 or a 6 result to get something. All right, I just rolled another 6. Well, we just didn't exchange, so stripe or last step. Let's stripe the German unit. And on this side, we're going to let's hit the SF. All right, so they're determined defense held, they don't have to move, so those guys are fine. This location here, we have, this is the main assault force, so that's 7 plus 3 will put us on the 8 to 16, so that's going to be 1 to 2. Armor will cancel. Troop quality will give us 1 to 1. And an artillery shift will get us 2 to 1. Armor will cancel. So we're on the 2 to 1. Forgot to bring these guys on. 2 to 1. And I rolled a 2. 2 to 1 on 2 is attacker 1 and a DR. So attacker loses 1. Main assault force, so it's got to be you guys, which looks like you're going to be down to cadre level. And a determined defense or retreat. Now this is a not a city or strong point, so it's got to be a 5 or a 6 result. Troop quality would be a -1. Armor would cancel. So you guys are going to retreat. Let's go 1, 2. Oh, wait, that's a river. 1, 2. And you get marked disrupted. And these guys should be able to get 1 advance in. Let's use you guys. Secure the airfield again. Probably shouldn't send the cadre in, but I need to get that point back. All right, and then we do this one here. So again, we're using oh, I used the wrong one. Derpa. All right, so this is going to be the main assault force. We're going to have 8. Wait, that's only defending. Oh, wait, that's a tiger. Tigers can attack, right? What's the 4 mean? So they receive a shift in the attack and the fence. All right, so we do have a tiger. So that means we're at 8. plus 4 is 12 to 10. 12 to 10 is 1 to 1. I will get a shift for troop quality plus the tiger. So that'll be on the 3 to 1. Yeah, it should be on the 3 to 1 because of the tiger. All right, roll the 3 on the 3 to 1. Gets us a determined defense or a retreat. Now, this is going to be fucked because you must do a determined defense because you cannot come into here because that would overstack. You're not allowed to overstack when you're retreating, right? This is 4 stacking points plus a silhouette. So these guys would not be able to retreat anywhere. They'd have to come through this hex. Two shifts. So that would be on the 4 to 1. Sorry, that would be on the 3 to 1. So attacker 1, defender 1. All right, so the attacker loses 1 and the defender loses 1. So we'll take it on the mechanized infantry. The defender is going to be losing 1. If I take it on, that's 4 plus 1, so you can't go any more. If I take it on the tank, these guys are going to be wiped out. These guys are going to be lost, which is going to be 2 cadres worth of units. They cannot retreat through this hex because they would be overstacked, and you can overstack me retreating. These guys are going to be lost because they cannot retreat. Ugh. All right, so that is 2 cadres for the victory. So right now we're at 3 Commonwealth cadres. And we have 2 American cadres in the pot. Damn, son. All right, so now you guys are at advance. Going over to St. Lo, this is where we're going to use up our last artillery. And a Werfer as well. So we'll get a Werfer shift and artillery shift. We are going to be attacking woods, so that's going to put it up 3, so that'll be 14. And we're going to be on 1 to 1. We don't get any armor shift because of the woods. So no armor shift because of the woods. Troop quality, we will get a shift, so that will be 2 to 1, 3 to 1, and then 4 to 1 because of the artillery. Determined defense, well, they would need a 6 to avoid. I'll roll that determined defense just in case. Yeah, I rolled a 5. So that would be a -1. Defender's leading unit uses 1 step. Well, I guess that's not eliminated. They just lose a step. Now, if you get a -1, does that mean you're still successful? You just lose a step? All right, so one of you was wiped out. So let's put both of you on step loss. You're stuck back here. You guys are step lost because you rolled a 5, which means one of your units took a hit. All right, okay, so, well, I almost fucked that up. Thanks, Run Harder. All right, so again, those guys are at 13. We're at 18, so it's going to be 1-to-1, no armor because of the woods. Troop quality will be a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, and a 4-to-1 for our warfare and artillery. So 4-to-1. We rolled a 5. 5 on the 4-to-1 is a defender 1. So let's take a step on this guy. And now they'll have to do a determined defense. So again, I need a 5 or a 6. Ooh, I rolled a 6. So the 6 is an exchange. Is an exchange, eh? So let's take it on the tank. And one of these units will be going down to cadre status. All right, so they managed to hold on. Up here, we didn't have anything going on for the Germans, so let's do a recovery phase. So these guys come off. You come off. You come off. As do you. So that's going to be it for the recovery phase. Are we isolated? Well, we do have the one unit over here. Cherbourg is not cut off yet. We do have the one stack here that will be out of supply. Everything else, I believe, is fine. All right, so let's do the Allied turn. And they get, again, 6 reinforcements because the Mulberries are up. I don't think I need more artillery. I need more units is what I need. So these guys are one step tank units. I don't think I want to use those yet. 4 and 2. Let's take a 2-step tank unit and another mechanized infantry. Again, we're going to send them into... I think I'll put them in Omaha. So that way they can help support the attack on St. Lo. Allies, or sorry, Commonwealth for their part also have that. So let's put 2 motorized. Are they motorized? No, infantry. 2 infantry units are going to come in on gold. It helps again support the American left flank. And we will do replenishment. Now, we do have one Commonwealth armor replenishment, so we can put this on you. So you're going to be up with a replen marker. The Americans get 1 infantry and 2 armored replacements. So this is 1 armored and an infantry. So let's flip you guys both over. Now that is airborne. I don't think I can use it on that actually. So the airborne guy is going to have to wait. However, the armor will be good. And we'll let you guys sit there. Now I need one more armor and one more infantry. So this is armor here. So we'll put you under replan. And then I have one infantry to do as well. Ah, here we go. All right, so so that's it for the replan. Now we do have supply done. Sorry, reinforcements are coming on. So we can do the move phase. Now over here, up in the north, we want to do an attack on these guys sitting back here. This is not across a river. I'm out of a town. So they would defend with a set 9, and Bocage is another 3, so that's going to be 12. We'll be attacking with a 13. All right, so you're going to attack there. You guys are going to attack there. We rolled a 2 for weather, so that means we don't have any air support, but I do have naval I can use on this one. Not you. Nothing for you. So let's use a naval on this one as well. I'd so love to hit that. All right. Into here, I don't have any air, so this is really going to suck. We do have 10 versus 4, 8, 10, 11, plus another 4 for the town is 15. If I bring you back here, that would only be adding 2 to it, so there's not much point to that. Oh, that would be across the river as well, so there's no point. You're going to stay. I can't use artillery. This would be 1 or 2. Sorry. I could use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could use artillery. I would get a troop shift. Armor would cancel. And an artillery. So that would be from 1 to 2 down to 2 to 1. All right, so we're going to do that with artillery from this guy here. That is one of our 4 supply points. You're going to join this guy here. I don't think I'm going to attack. That would be 4. 7 to 4 would still be 1 to 1. Troop quality would be a shift, so it would be 2 to 1. Yeah, let's do it. I'll go 2 to 1. Let's put the step unit there. You guys are going to sit there. I don't think I'm going to attack a town. That will give them 6, 8 defense to my 9. It would be 1 to 1, however. But I think I'm going to wait for this guy to get in. Give me the... oh, wait, town. So they negate armor shifts? I believe they do, don't they? Two equals 1 air support. Overcast 2? No. Air units come on with a 3 overcast. Air units come on with a 3 overcast. You get 1. They do get naval though at two for two. Um, does a town negate armor shift? It does not. Cities do. So I'm just gonna move. I'm just gonna move closer. Next turn, I'll look into actually assaulting it. All right, so moving over here. You guys are definitely gonna attack this unit here. That'll put me in a position to come around from the south. I've got you guys here now. 5th Ranger. That's not a headquarters unit, so if I move you guys down to here, this would be an artillery shift. I do also have you guys as well, so this would be half, 1.5, 2, 3. You would not be able to enter that location. Oh wait, that's across a river into a town. That's bad news. You guys will set up here for now. I'll wait for clear weather so that I can use air support. You guys are going to hang here. You guys are going to go... that would be half, 1.5, 2, 3. You would be able to come this far. Going across the river is just not going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could hit them with artillery. Except I'm a cadre status. So you're going to come back. What are woods? Woods are 1 for non-mechanized, which is you. So that's 1, 2, 3. Do I go for this town? We got 2, 4, 8. Right? No, 6. And 6 would be 12. Are you overstacked? No, you're not. Because these guys are 1 stacking point each. This would be 4 and a silhouette. So you're going to be at 12 plus another 4 for the town will be 16. This is my main assault force. That would be 16. Half of that would be 8. This would be halved twice, so that would be 11. Halved would be 5.5, and then 2 3/4, which will put that at 10. 10 to 12. Still going to be 1 to 2. It is a town, so I would get the armor shift. No, I would not. That would cancel. Troop quality, +1. So they would be 1 to 3. 1 to 3 odds because of troop quality. However, if I throw in artillery, that would bring it up to 1 to 2. So I cannot attack as of yet. So this guy here is going to come and sit on this guy here. That'll be 1, 3. That should be an extra +1 because of the Zoc, so that should be 6 total. You guys here will hit the beach, and then you'll come 1 more. Not having air support definitely sucks at this point in the battle. All right, so over to the Commonwealth sector. Almost out of juice. If I lose you, you guys go down to cadre status. So you're going to have to retreat. Now, they can use tactical moves. So I'm going to retreat these guys a little farther. So they're just going to go 1, 2, which should be half of the 2 move that this guy's allowed for tactical movement. Although that would come off this turn, but I need that so I can pull these guys back out of the line. So they're going to be 1, 2. That would be 1, 2, 4. So you can come here. It'd have to be the armor because the free silhouette. You guys can park yourselves right there. 1, 2, 4. I could actually come here. You guys will move over here. Now you guys are going to go in on the attack. I do have 2 artillery, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to use 1 artillery. And you guys are going to swamp them there. This guy here is in the city. It's going to be 5 defense, of which he can only take 3. So that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, eh? So this will be 1 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to use another artillery for that. That'll be my 2 army supply points. Only factor in the attacker's troop quality on the attack. You don't compare that to the other unit's attacker quality? I thought you compare the two. Been doing that wrong. All right, combat. So troop quality. If the attacker's MAF is better than the best, then the attacker receives a favorable shift. Drinking, roger that. Right. So that's it for that. Now I could attack these guys as well. I'm out of artillery. I cannot use the Navy because it's too far away. It is a city, would negate any armor shift. Oh, I forgot the armor shift negation. So this would be 3, 6, 10. 10, 11 there. So this is 11. Another 5 would be 16. That would be a total of 8, and a maximum of 4 for the city would be 12. So it would be 1 to 1. Troop quality would be a shift for the right, and no armor shift for the attacker. So it would be 2 to 1 for that attack there. Back here, I may as well eliminate those guys. They are under supply loss of it. So, all right, so we're going to have 12 plus these guys all assisting as they go in. I'll calculate the odds when we get to that. All right, so let's do the Allied attack, and we're going to start over the Americans because reasons. All right, so up top, we do have the 1 unit here. 7 to 5 will be 1 to 1, although we do get a troop shift. And because these guys are -1, then I should be getting a troop quality shift as well. So it'll actually be on the 3 to 1 column versus that reduced unit. I rolled a 2, not the greatest. A 2 on 3 to 1 gets us an exchange. All right, so this guy's gone. And this guy will be step lost. And then we get an advance of 2. I don't think I want to go that way. I want to come this way so I can help support this attack if this fails in the future. For this one here, again, we're not using any Navy or Air Force. We do have a +1 troop shift. No armor because of their defense. So we do get, what are we looking at? 10, 13 attacking. Now that's Bocage, so that'll be 3. So this will be 10, 12. 13 to 12 will be 1 to 1. And we get a troop quality shift, so we're on the 2 to 1. All right, a 3. 3 is a little bit better on the 2 to 1. Gets us an exchange. Jesus. So let's lose the anti-armor. And the let's go to cadre status on the step unit here. No, that is an airborne unit. All right, so we are an airborne unit in there. Now, exchange is no retreat, correct? No retreat. All right, so that was inconclusive, although we did eliminate the armor for future purposes. We're not going to do anything there. This one here, we are going to attack with 10 against, I believe we said it was going to be, oh, that is a town. So town's going to be 4. So this would be 4, 8, 12, 15. So it's going to be on the 1 to 2. Troop quality will give us a shift 1 to 1. Armor will negate, right? Or is it only anti-armor? Armor shift. I do get an armor shift because my armor is higher. He's only a 2. This guy's a 3. All right, so that will be, we said 1 to 2. Armor will bring it up to 1 to 1. Troop quality will bring it up to 2 to 1. And then an artillery will bring it to 3 to 1. 3 to 1 versus all of those units. And if I do a good job, then I can maybe force them away. All right, we rolled a 6. Phenomenal. 6 on the 3 to 1 is a defender 1. So we'll take it on you. So you're going to do a defender 1. Now you guys have to do a retreat. I could do a determined defense, but it's only a town. That would be a 5-6, or I could retreat. Let's try determined defense. Now, you're going to be my lead unit. Modifiers, they get a -1 because of better troop quality. Actually, no, I'm going to do a retreat. I can't do it. I'm going to be penalized too heavily, so I'm going to have to go back for 2. 1, 2. And they're disrupted. I don't want to risk that. That would be too much too soon. All right, in this location here, we've got 7 to 4. So it's going to be on the 1-to-1. Troop quality will give me a shift, so it will be on the 2-to-1. All right, we're looking at a 5 on the 2-to-1. Gets us a determined retreat or determined defense or retreat. Now you're only one step left. You're in a town. You would be at a -1 because of troop quality. So it basically means you need a 6 to get a -1 loss. So you're going to have to retreat as well. So let's run down this way. We'll go 1-2. And these guys can then advance for 2. I forgot to advance these guys. Let's put 1 unit in here. Let's put the step unit in there. You guys will keep the pressure on the retreating Germans. You guys are going to hold here. This attack is going to go in. So let's go 13 to 4 is going to be 3-to-1 odds. There will be an armor shift. And that is it. So we'll be on the 4-to-1. Roll the 5. On the 4-to-1 gets us defender 1. So unfortunately, that's all that was there. Now I can do a 2 hex move. So let's go 1-2. The rest of the Americans, I think, are going to hold. And then we'll come to the Commonwealth. Alrighty, this schmozzle. So we do have an artillery. Not in range of the ship. Alright, so I do have artillery. We do have 14. That's going to be 17. This will put it up to 18 to 8. I guess I don't need this guy. So I'm not going to throw him in. I'm just going to attack with this one stack here. So it'll be 17 to 8. So that'll be 2-to-1. Will be an armor shift. And I will be at a troop quality shift to the left. So it's going to stay 1-to-1. Although I am bringing in artillery from my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be on the 2-to-1. Rolled a 6 on the 2-to-1. Should be a attacker 1, defender 1. All right, so now we're at a problem here. I don't want to take off my 12th SS. I want to keep that. So let's take it on the cadre. And then you have to do a retreat or a defense. You're going to retreat down to here. Which means you guys can do a follow-up into this location here. All right, moving down the chain. Another artillery shift. This one will be in the city, so there won't be any armor shift. Not that it would matter anyways, because we do have the anti-tank gun. And my armor shift is only 3. Those guys are 3, so I would not be able to get it anyways. So this is going to be 5. No, wait. Max is out at 3. That would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Facing off against 16. So it's going to be 1-to-1, and there will be an artillery shift, so we'll be on the 2-to-1. Troop quality wise, looks like I will get 1 as well because I'm zeros and there is a -1. in the bunch. Actually, no, I guess these guys, yeah, would have to be -1. So it's going to be on the 3-1. 3 on the 3-1. Gets us a determined defense or a retreat. Now I'm going to defend because it's in a city. I'm going to have to use one of my panzers as my lead unit. So let's use the 235 guy. Now, all right, so because we're in a city, I'm going to have a -1 because of the troop quality. No, no. That's 0 or doesn't have one. So it looks like there's not going to be any modifier. On a 1 to 3, it'll be a bad result. I rolled a 6. 6 means we have an AL result, and that means that one attacking unit loses 1 step. So let me step down one of the infantry, and we'll keep the armor in one piece. You guys don't have to move, you're fine. And then we were going to attack into this location here. So we have city again will give us a maximum of 4. That'll be 8 to 12. Against that, we're going to be facing 7, 12. That'll be the main assault force. And then 11 will be the flanking. So this will be an extra 5 onto the 12 will be 17 to 12 will be 1 to 1. There will be a troop quality shift. And no armor because it's a city. So it'll be on the 2 to 1. All right, another 6. Another 6 on the attack. 2 to 1 is attacker 1, defender 1. So this was the main assault force. So we'll step down. Oh, geez. We'll use the 436. That'll be step down. And one of the defenders has to be as well. It's like, okay, not him. Not him. So it's going to have to be this infantry unit here. All right, now they must retreat. I could do a determined defense, however. In a city. I'll use the armor as my lead unit. Do I? No, I will not. I will use this infantry as my lead unit. So there's going to be a -1 because of the superior troop quality of the allies. And I need a good roll on the determined defense table. We get a 6. Nice. So down 1 is a 5, which makes it an exchange. All right, so Germans are going to lose the armor. You guys are going to lose this unit here. So it's only 2 step, does not count towards victory points. All right, and the rest of them, you guys hang out there. Okay, so that's going to be it for the combat. Now we can do supply. So all the allies are in supply. This disrupted comes off. This replenishment happens, so you guys are back up. As does this one. As does this one. All right, so the rest of the allies are, like I said, in supply. All the replens are off. One more. And the allies are looking in pretty good shape for the 10 June turn. All right, that's going to be it. We're going to shut it down here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate all the help from all you guys. Hexy, if you're still on, I will definitely contact you as soon as possible. And you guys have a great night, and we will see you whenever we do this again. Tomorrow, Dave and I, we're going to be playing Scenario B of the classics. So we're going to be doing Stalingrad and probably release an AR of that the next day or so. But that's going to be next on